let's get ready to heal the breath, to heal our relationship to the breath. After all, what is the breath but our relationship to the present moment? And oftentimes, when we hold our breath or lose track of our breath, we are resisting the present moment in some way. And this, I think, is from my perspective, having done this work for years, the most important place to start. Whether we're starting from more of a healing journey, whether we're on more of a talk therapy or mental construct of reality, or more of a somatic embodied experience, connecting to the breath unites all of these different aspects of ourselves and moves us towards healing. A lot of times I'm asked by people what's the best way to breathe. And there's not, and that's like saying what's the best way to relate to reality as it exists now. It's always changing and it's dynamic. And really, if we're honest with ourselves, we're glad it's that way. So we need to have a relationship to our breath that's changing and dynamic, which often means studying different kinds of breathing patterns and having a pattern of breathing for the regulated self, and having patterns of breathing to deal with needing to elevate energy or needing to lower energy, so that the breath becomes a tool for us to kind of turn up the volume of our awareness or turn down the volume of our awareness. But no matter our intentions with our breath, I think the best place to start with healing the breath is with acupressure. And I say healing the breath because oftentimes in our culture, people's emotions cause rigidity in their diaphragms. This rigidity can really lead to locked up muscle tension, which inhibits a natural expansion and contraction of breath. And in my experience, having done this work for years, a lot of times people don't really acknowledge that directly, or they'll acknowledge it and just try and talk you through the breathing, and say, take a deep, low belly breath. And that's cool. But as I grew more developed in my practices, I learned that I have these awesome tools, these hands. And these hands are really wonderful to help to train the body on how to breathe and where to breathe. So that's what we're doing today. Couple guidelines. We inhale and exhale through our nose when we're doing this regulating breathing. Our goal is to breathe into the lower abdomen. And yeah, all right, let's get ready. So take your middle fingers, or you can do your first two fingers, and you're just going to find your belly button and push in. Okay. Now, your belly button itself is a scar that proves you were born. It was our original connection to the universe through our moms when we were in the womb. And so, but a lot of muscular tension has locked off our diaphragms and our navel breathing from us because we've become rigid here. So what I want you to do is press your fingers into your belly button and start to use your breath. So the fingers are guiding the breath. Use your breath to push the fingers out. And when you exhale, allow the fingers to push back into your belly. There you go. Inhaling, pushing the diaphragm away from the body, pushing the fingers out, and exhaling, allowing the fingers to push in. So when you inhale, it's like you're blowing up a balloon in the lower belly. And you can use your fingers, the sensation of the fingers, to help focus the attention on where to breathe. Inhaling and pushing the fingers out from the belly button, exhaling, allowing them to press in. Do this one more time. Great. Now let's find the spot midway between our sternum, our xiphoid process, and our belly button. Right here, you can press 2 fingers in here. And this is known in Chinese medicine as the yellow cord, where all the emotions from all the organs come together to meet. So a lot of emotional energy can get stuck here. So really go ahead and push in a little bit and start to activate the breath to move the fingers here. Inhaling, pushing the fingers out from the space, the solar plexus. Exhaling, letting them push back in. Keep going. Inhaling, pushing out. Exhaling, releasing back in towards the body. One more time. And this is also good when we establish the breath here. It's really a great moment to release unresolved emotions that may be stored in the body without our conscious awareness. So it's very healing. There's a couple more spots I want you to go. So one soon, which is about a finger width below your belly button, is the Sea of Qi. It's really the place where the lower dantian focuses energy. So go ahead and push your fingers in under your belly button and start to breathe low down here, pushing the fingers out on the inhale. And it can take some work to move the breath down here. So you may have to push down on the pelvic floor when you inhale and release back in towards the spine on the exhale. And by the fingers adding pressure here, it helps the body start to establish sort of the map points for the inner body. So we can start to identify sensations. Last one. Great. All right, last place I want to go. Let's explore the belt channel here. This is also connected to healthy boundaries. So you can push your hands here into your sides, above your hip bones, below your floating ribs, and allow your inhale this time to push your hands out away from the body like you're wearing an inner tube around your waist. So see if you can watch me. When you exhale, release, let the hands push back in. Great. You can try it with me now. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Now relax. Now, one of the really awesome trademarks of Daoist practices are they really practice Wu Wei, which is the way doing without doing. And so we put intention, we pressed into the body, we stimulated these. Now let's relax the body and just breathe naturally for a bit. Inhaling, feeling the whole diaphragm expand. Exhaling, feeling the diaphragm contract back in towards the spine on the exhale. Inhaling, getting bigger. Exhaling, getting smaller. You can feel the movement of energy. That should start to activate the pelvic floor here. Inhaling, you can lift your pelvic floor on the inhale. Exhale and relax the pelvic floor on the exhale. All right, let's get ready to explore, in the words of one of my teachers, the Alpha and Omega Daoist meditation tool. As we explore this inner body work, this cultivation practice, especially in the early stages when we start to alchemize sexual energy, a lot of emotions can get stirred up. Some like shame, some like guilt. And we don't want to mix them in with the transformative process we're going through. So we're going to use something called the inner smile meditation. And the background that I learned about the inner smile meditation through practice was that in this work we are dealing with the perpetual present, that is always the way it is, exactly as it is. And our relationship to the present moment shapes our future and our past. So what can I do but look at my present moment, whether that's physically where I am or emotionally where I am or mentally where I am, and smile at the present moment. Smile with compassion and understanding. And ideally with love. And if we can't smile at certain parts of ourselves or certain parts of our past or certain parts of our future with love, then we can definitely do our best to shine acceptance on those parts of ourselves. And the best way to do that is using a smile. A smile is a signal both externally and internally. And the mouth particularly and the tongue are connected to the heart. So by smiling and combining it with this inner acceptance and inner love, we're healing our relationships to the parts of ourselves, whether in the present moment or the past or the future, that will really allow us to do some of this deep work with sexual energy in a healthy way. Okay, so when I first encountered the inner smile meditation, I don't think I took it as seriously as I did when I really started to get a big picture of the work. And one of my teachers told me that as well. So I think it's like a treasure that's just waiting to be opened up when you're ready for it. Okay, well, let's get ready. So, inner smile best done. It's not a mental trick. We're not thinking things, we're not imagining things, we're feeling and we're expressing. And so we're trying to get out of our heads. So one great way to do that is to just take your time getting into your sitting posture. You know, plant your hips down and start to move your spine from side to side. Seaweed in the wind, opening up the lateral sides of the vertebrae. Coaxing the mind like you might coax a nervous animal. And then let's start to rock back and forth like we're riding a horse. I like to exhale when I move forward. Inhale as I pull back and up. Exhaling. Inhaling up. Great. Okay. Now, we're going to smile to the different organs. In Chinese medicine, these organs each have their own consciousness and um, their own emotional range that I talk about with the healing sounds. And they also have associating colors, and I'll talk about that. But really, the thing that I want you to focus on as I do this talking is not seeing any colors or feeling any emotions. It's just the feelings inside your body. And if you just let my words sort of move through your mind, at least the first time you listen to it, and you focus on the sensation in the body, that'll be great. So we're going to start off by connecting to the lungs, right here from the top to the middle of the abdomen on each side. Then we'll go to the kidneys, behind the belly button on each side, so lateral of the belly button on the back. The point reflected on the belly button is called the Ming Men, the gates of life. And then we'll go to the liver on the right, under the floating ribs on the right. Then we'll go to the heart in the center of the chest, and the physical organs to the left slightly, but we can focus on the heart center in the center of the chest, and the spleen, which is on the lateral left side under the floating ribs. Okay, so let's go ahead, settle your hips down. Settle your shoulders over your hips, lifting up your crown of your head. Keep your tongue pressed against the roof of your mouth and breathing gently through your nose. Feels good to feel still, feel safe. Allow your breath to move in and out of your body like water transforming into steam. If you find yourself distracted, bring yourself to what you smell, or what you hear, or what you feel, because the senses are always in the present moment. Now, I want you to gently smile to yourself. It doesn't have to be a big, cheesy smile. Just a gentle, very pleased smile. You're not here to impress anybody. And feel that smile reflected deep in your heart. And know that right now, you are completely safe. Everything is perfect as it is. And offer this moment love. And if you can't love this moment, then offer this moment acceptance. And breathe into that with your smile. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Great. Now I want you to allow your breath to move down your nose, down your nostrils, past the sinuses, down the throat. Keep leading your breath deeper into your body through the nostrils, sinuses, throat, chest, solar plexus. Each inhale can take you deeper. So your next one can go from your nostrils, sinus, throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral center, down to the root. And exhale slowly. Find your own rhythm, inhaling all the way down to the body. And now, smile. Put that smile back on your face and feel these white pearls in place of the lungs. These are sort of the energetic matrix of the lungs, these white pearls. They're in your upper chest. Smile to them as you inhale. And exhale, feel them breathe. So we smile to these white pearls here in place of our lungs, bringing courage into our lives. And exhale and feel the lungs breathe. Feel them pump chi. Let's do that again. Inhaling white light into these pearls, bringing courage. Exhale. Release. Good job. All right, now we're going to go back to behind, to the lower back where the kidneys are. The kidneys are a bright blue. So inhale that light into the kidneys, into the blue pearls. Feel them pulse as you smile, and as you exhale, feel them start to pump as well. Inhaling and smiling to the kidneys, bringing tranquility to our lives. Exhaling, feeling the kidneys pump. Do that one more time. Drawing that beautiful blue chi into the kidneys and the lower back. Exhaling, feeling them release. Now move your attention over to the right underneath the floating ribs. This is the liver, and the pearl here is green. So when you inhale, feel the green pearl swell bringing happiness and compassion to us. And exhale and feel it release. Inhale into that green pearl, smiling on the right side of the body. And let the smile melt with your exhale, feeling the liver release any tension. Great. Let's go to our heart now in the center of our chest. Let's inhale red light into the heart center, smiling. Exhale, releasing any tension, resistance there in the heart. Smiling, inhaling, pulling that red energy into the heart space, this joyful energy, this loving energy, and then exhale and relax. One more time. Smile, bring that smile to your face as you inhale red light into the heart. Exhale and release. Relax. Put your attention on the far left side of your ribs, the spleen. Inhale some yellow light into the spleen, bringing groundedness, and exhale and relax, release. Inhale that yellow light, bring centeredness into your being, and exhale and relax, melt the smile. Do that again. Inhaling, bring yellow light into the spleen, exhaling, letting the organ relax and release. Now I want you to, in your mind's eye, zoom out a little bit and see yourself. You're watching yourself now, and allow yourself to be surrounded by violet clouds, like you're floating in violet clouds. I'd like you to smile at yourself here, practicing this tool of self-love and self-acceptance. Here on planet Earth, doing the best you can. And it's kind of funny when we give perspective, and it's beautiful at the same time. So give yourself a smile and feel how safe you are. And allow the violet mist to move away. Draw your attention back to your lower belly, the lower dantian, where the breath pulses in and out. And take your hands over your belly and start to move them in a clockwise circle, spiral, or counterclockwise spiral. And just rub around your belly. Great. Take your hands, rub them together, and just wipe your face. Bring this wakefulness, this awareness to your day. Coming back. Thank you. I hope if this is your first experience with the inner smile that you had a good one, and I hope that you come back. And if this is not your first time with the inner smile and this is something you enjoy doing, then welcome and thank you, and keep coming back. This is such a joyful practice. Thank you.